let's attach this to the drone. This is the cheapest high definition camera you will buy on Amazon.
Now we know that getting into videos as a new filmmaker, well, can be kind of expensive.
So even if this camera works decently well,
We will have saved you thousands of dollars on the beginning of your journey.
we will also see how cinematic we can make this video footage look in our ultimate video test drive.
And then maybe at the end of the video, test flight. Welcome to Ripple Review.
So we are gonna start by just unboxing this box and seeing what's actually inside.
Here we go.
First thing, we have a camera, which is probably the most important part.
Glad that's there. Next, it looks like we have just your average power supply.
And the cord for the power supply.
And a manual. Now, it does say online that it comes with a battery. However, the battery, I think, is just built inside. So, I mean, technically it comes with a battery.
This camera doesn't come with an SD card, so chances are you're gonna have to buy one.
It looks like we're gonna have to charge this.
So we'll be right back. All right, we got it charged. We're gonna turn it on. Beautiful sound.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
It shows that I have an SD card in. It does camera. If I click mode, it does video as well. Perfect.
Ooh,
It's a flashlight. We got a flashlight for nighttime camera use.
It looks like the screen flips about 270 degrees. Ooh, it does flip back in.
Nice.
So that's kind of nice. It does have a zoom on it. It says 16x, 16 times digital zoom. You're gonna lose a little bit of quality. With this camera, probably a lot of quality.
Something we haven't hit on is the price of this camera. Richard, how much do you think I spent on this camera?
150 bucks.
Go way lower.
Way like 80.
No, lower.
Are you kidding me? No. No, you serious? Okay, like 50 bucks. 50 bucks.
He's wrong. He's wrong again, guys. $35 is what I spent on this camera.
Are you kidding me? $35.
$35. That is literally all I spent for this.
That's crazy, because when we started out videos, it was about 150 bucks for a camera worse than this.
Now let's spend about 30 seconds with our own cinematic video diving deeper into the specs of this camera.
The camera has a 3.2 to 7.6 millimeter f-stop, with your average exposure rate and a force setting adjustment ISO feature. Easily navigate the settings and options with the push buttons on the back of the camera. The zoom and record buttons are strategically placed on top. You can see pretty well with the 2.7-inch display screen. If you ask me, overall, I'd say pretty good settings for a $35 camera.
Now we know the reason that you're here. You want to see if this camera could shoot cinematic video. Well, there's only one way to find out.
Now we are in our studio because frankly, it was cold outside.
There was a lot of snow and we did not expect that.
That's, look at the snow behind us, dude.
I know.
This is incredible.
Oh, this is
Hold on,
a mistake.
to,
So before we attempt to strap this camera onto an FPV drone, let's talk about the pros and cons of the video and just the camera itself.
Let's start with the pros.
It's $35.
The battery life is good. It lasted us all day.
The flashlight on this camera is fun for shooting in the dark, and here's a little bit of test footage that we tried with it.
See this eye, this person, and then he disappears in the darkness.
It's also super lightweight and the camera is really small, so it's really easy to pack.
After a couple minutes of messing with the menu and mode buttons on the camera, the menu is pretty easy to navigate. It's not fantastic, but it's not bad.
For example, for your playback feature, instead of going side to side to go back and forth between clips, you have to go up and down, which is kind of weird. Now let's look at some cons.
It's $35. The quality is what you pay for.
As you saw in our footage, there is a lot of noise, which means the footage is just really grainy in comparison to your regular camera.
A regular camera that's $1,200. Now it may be advertised as high definition, but I would not say this is high definition. Yes, it shoots 1920 by 1080 aspect ratio, but it's not HD. If you look at this comparison with the cameras from our camera that we shoot with and the one that you saw, you can see the difference. One is clearly HD and the other is definitely not. Obviously, with $35, you're not gonna get a bunch of options for the camera, so the exposure is hard to control. You'll see the rolling shutter a bunch. The shadows aren't perfect, the color's not perfect, but like we said, it's $35. If you're looking to start out your video journey and you just want to use something cheap just to see if it's for you, this camera is perfect.
And then if you want something to throw at a wall and see what it does in slow motion, this camera is also perfect.
Now for the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's attach this to the drone.
Absolutely terrible idea, but for YouTube, why not?